The entire system of time is set up on a cycle of 7.
And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because he had rested from all his work which he had created and made. So the Sabbath was instituted at the creation of the world. The longest commandment was the fourth, in which it said to remember the seventh day to keep it holy.
The Jubilee years also echoed the 7-day cycle with a 7-year cycle. Every 7 years, God commanded that the land would rest, and he would provide a double harvest in the 6th year, so the people did not have to plant and work in the fields. Then 7-year cycles was 49 years, and on the 50th year was the Jubilee.
The same idea was echoed with a bonded servant. The servant was to serve 6 years and then to be freed in the 7th year.
When Jesus died, the veil of the temple was torn in two, meaning an end of the sacrificial system. Jesus was the Lamb of God, and there was no more need to sacrifice lambs. Therefore, the Mosaic law of the sacrificial system was done away with. This is where some people confuse the seventh-day Sabbath commandment with the feast days that were sometimes also referred to as Sabbaths. Jesus fulfilled these feast days, and we don't keep the feast days any longer, but that does not pertain to the 10 Commandment Sabbath law, however. In the book of Acts, Paul was converted to Christianity, and he went to the synagogue on the 7th day to preach the gospel. No mention of a change. Just a note here, Jesus' disciples, including Paul, were the first Christians. They were trying to persuade the Jews that Jesus was the Messiah. They never mentioned a change to the 7th-day Sabbath. When we get to the book of Revelation, we see the significance of 7. 7 seals, 7 angels, 7 trumpets, 7 thunders, 7 last plagues. But we also learn about the beast power that deceives the whole world. Satan, using earthly kingdoms and religious institutions, does this. It was this system that went about to change God's law, and in AD 321, a pagan ruler named Constantine decreed the first day of the week as the venerable day of the sun. This gave way to the papacy, whose outer courtyard of the Vatican is an immense sundial. So now we're on the Gregorian calendar instituted by Pope Gregory. So you see where that change occurred. Also, in the very detailed biblical record, based on lifespans of those that lived from creation until the birth of Jesus, we know that the earth is only about 6,000 years old. Could it be that the 7th millennium is that long-awaited millennium of rest when Jesus comes and takes his people to heaven, and the earth is left desolate to enjoy her Sabbaths? Revelation 12:17 says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, that keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ." But God promises, "Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates into the city."